Okay, so what we have here already is a floor that's been ground, and then a base coat, a white water-based base coat has been applied. We're going to come over that now with a 2-part urethane, a much more durable coating to protect the floor and make it much easier to clean. The first thing we're going to do is just really walk around the floor and just check that it's been properly cleaned. We're going to be putting down a sealer that's going to last many years. We're going to make sure that we're fussy about cleaning the floor. We don't want to see dirt, footprints, dust trapped on the floor when we seal it.
All right, what we have here is a microfiber dust mop. What we're going to use this for is just to get the debris, any dust or any hairs that we see.
You can see even on what we thought was a clean floor, still had a lot of dirt on it. Okay, so now let's talk about the roller. Again, if you're doing large areas, it's better if you can use an 18-inch wide roller rather than the 9-inch or the 4-inch. So after you've grinded the floor, or after your top coat and you perhaps walked on it, then you want to be able to clean that first before you seal it. So this product works for cleaning the surface before you seal and also afterwards as part of the maintenance.
So what we have here is our StrongSeal Plus mat. This is the A side, this is the B side. It's basically a 2-to-1, 2 parts A, 1 part B. We're gonna mix them together and we're gonna lay a little test sample right over here on the floor. Stir it up for about 2 minutes, let it sit and cure for 5, and then you're ready to lay it down.
A little hard to see because we're using a clear sealer and it's a matte finish, but what I'm looking for is to see whether the sealer separates, pulls away from itself, which I don't see here. So that's telling me that we've prepared the surface adequately and we're good to go.
So the A side, B side. Ready to mix. Since we're doing such a large surface, we're going to use reducer, and what it does, it prevents roller marks or paintbrush marks, and it gives you more dry time. What we're going to use is 4 ounces per gallon. 4 ounces of this per 1 gallon.
You should always wear gloves and eye protectors in case you splash chemicals. You don't need to wear a respirator unless you're in a very enclosed area. Okay, so I'm just cutting in along the edges here so that the main roller doesn't have to come right up to the edges.
So yeah, this sealer, the StrongSeal Plus, is taking the floor very nicely. It's sealing and bonding to it. The main reason is because of all the prep work we did before. You know, like I said, sweeping, cutting in, edging, and then buffing or lightly sanding the area so our sealer can bond to it. So when you finish, try to finish in one direction. One direction, lift up, one direction. So that way the surface is all going one way and there's no W's or there's no roller marks or anything like that.
Okay, so we're finishing up the first coat. It's got a little sheen to it, but as it dries that will dry out totally flat. And then that should dry about 3 or 4 hours, and then you could come back and do a second coat. We're probably going to leave it for the day and just come back tomorrow and put a second coat. Okay, it's day 2. Everything's dried up nicely. Typically it dries within 3 to 6 hours, and we like you to keep off it for 24 hours. So we're going to put a second coat on here now. It is a 2-part material, so once you mix A and B together, you've got to use it. So it's better just to mix about 1 gallon at a time. A gallon will cover 500 square feet, so that's plenty of material. And then you have about 2 hours to work with it when it's mixed. The StrongSeal Plus is a very tough sealer. It's a 2-part, so when they mix together it chemically cross-links. It gives us a product that is very chemical resistant, wear resistant, and also much better scratch resistant than a regular 1-part sealer. It's used in police stations, commercial offices, and grocery stores, where there's quite a lot of heavy foot traffic. And it has up to about 3 years typically in a commercial, and then about 5 years in a residential application.
CoverTech manufactures and supplies professional-grade cleaners, stains and sealers for pavers and natural stone, concrete, vinyl tile, and ceramic and porcelain tile. Shipping directly from our warehouse in South Florida to customers in the U.S. and all over the world. Find all of our products online at covertechproducts.com and order today.